Hey, welcome back. Today's March 17th, Wednesday, and on this post, I'll be telling you about the overall crypto markets, which includes Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin price action, and see how they could potentially affect the overall altcoin markets before diving into Civic tokens, CVC, USD, and see what exactly is going on in here. I'll be telling you about the bullish and bearish case scenarios for today, as well as the short-term price prediction on this market, according to what I'm seeing on the charts. Before we begin today, if you guys are enjoying this content, make sure to subscribe to this channel and like this video, as I'll be keeping you updated on the latest crypto setups on my watch list, regardless if it's a good day or a bad day. If you guys still want to support me and don't already have a Webull brokerage account, you guys can use my referral link down below. They're still giving away 2 free stocks as of today upon a successful sign up and a qualifying deposit of $100 US, and I will also receive a referral bonus if you guys sign up under me. Please also read my full disclaimer below. I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. I'm purely sharing my own speculations and opinions on this market. I cannot tell you the future, and you should always do your own due diligence before trading or investing in this market, as it's extremely risky and volatile. If you guys have any questions or comments, please do only leave them in the comment section below, but I'll try my best to get to as many of them as possible. Now, see what exactly is going on in this market first. Most importantly, I do take a look into Bitcoin dominance. Tells me what the money could be trending into. Would it be Bitcoin, altcoins, or neither? Today, we do have Bitcoin dominance down about 0.1%, very slightly. This breaks down to Bitcoin price action down almost 2%. Total altcoin market cap down over 2%. Now, this is the upside of Bitcoin dominance trending downwards. I will usually see total altcoin market cap leading in gains ahead of Bitcoin. I usually emphasize Bitcoin dominance trending downwards. Generally speaking, that's better for the altcoins on both the upside and downside. Because on the upside, conversely speaking, of Bitcoin dominance trending upwards, I will usually see Bitcoin price action leading in gains ahead of total altcoin market cap. Now for Bitcoin dominance here, my focus is still on the 3-day time frame because, as I've been saying, there is still a double bottom pattern here. Okay, one bottom, second bottom, also with bullish divergence, higher lows on the RSI. Getting resistance from this 3-day 21 MA right here, the blue line. So let's see how much longer would this price action pull back. If it pulls back longer, I'm more optimistic about the altcoin price action. Let's go over to Bitcoin and see what exactly is going on in here. Now, as I've been saying, I do think that the 3-day bearish divergence scenario was playing out here, which yielded a red candle. Now bouncing back, the immediate resistance here is about the 58K, which was also the previous resistance for this cup and handle pattern I have pointed out on the 4-hour time frame. Okay. Now, weekly time frame and monthly time frame, I do still think there's possible bearish divergence here. Okay, depending on how this weekly candle actually closes, I'll be more inclined to believe that the bearish divergence is playing out when we actually do get a red candle on the weekly time frame here. On the monthly, we have been having bearish divergence for quite some time. Okay, however, has not yet yielded a red candle just yet. Not something I'll be losing track of. Now, let's go back to the daily time frame and mention that if Bitcoin actually pulls back at any time again or continues pulling back, it could still have an effect on the altcoins. The multiplier of that effect will usually depend on how far up or down Bitcoin dominance is trending. Let's go over to CVC, USD, and see what exactly has gone on in here. Let's take a look from the monthly time frame down to the daily, which I consider to be macro time frames, and see what exactly has gone on. I'm going to be looking for overbought RSI readings or possible bearish divergence scenarios. On the monthly here, we are at an RSI reading of over 79. So in overbought territory. Weekly time frame here, we have retreated back to about an RSI reading of about over 71 here, so slight overbought territory here on the weekly. If the price action was to make a higher high here on the weekly time frame, it does need to beat the last RSI reading of over 92 to negate bearish divergence. 3-day time frame here, we are at an RSI reading of about 68. Very similar thing could be said about the bearish divergence scenario here on the 3-day time frame. If price action was to make a higher high, it does need to beat the last RSI reading of about 83 to negate bearish divergence. Daily time frame here, we are at an RSI reading of just under 55 here, and very similar thing could be said as well about bearish divergence possibly on the daily time frame. Let's go over to what exactly I think we could be dealing with here. I do see a symmetrical triangle pattern right now. Now, symmetrical triangle patterns, according to Thomas Bukowski and his website, thepatternSite.com, it is a 60% chance of it breaking to the upside. If it actually breaks to the upside, I do have a measured target here, which is taken by the opening of the pattern. I would say it's about 62 cents, just to be even. 26 cents, just to be even. I do have the math pre-done here. So, and then adding it back on top of this expected breakout point, which would be about 44 cents, just to be even, I would get about 80 cents measured targets. Now, measured targets are theoretical approximate targets only, may actually be different in real life price action, more or less. Let's take a look into the key resistances and supports that's relevant to this price action right now. Key resistance would be about this 42.5 cents fib level area. If the price action breaks above this pattern, I could expect resistance from about the 50 cents area from past trading history, okay? So quite a bit of wicks at the 50 cents area. After 50 cents, 55 cents, just one wick right here. So I don't expect too much resistance from 55 cents. And 2 more wicks right here from past trading history, about 60 cents area, okay? Key support include the daily 21 MA, which is the blue line right here. If this support does not hold, I could possibly be looking at this level, about the 35 cents fib level area, or even more possibly the daily 50 MA, which is fast approaching. It looks like it could actually surpass this 35 cents level. Now, even if it looks like we have a symmetrical triangle pattern here, I do think that the price action right now is waiting for this daily 50 MA, which could mean the price action could drop a little bit down to this daily 50 MA and possibly get a bounce there, and that could be the catalyst of a breakout of the symmetrical triangle pattern. I do think that even if the price action does drop to the daily 50 MA, we will still have a symmetrical triangle pattern form intact. It'll probably look something more like this. So a more extended symmetrical triangle pattern if the price action was to drop to this daily 50 MA. Okay. Of course, I would have to retake. I don't think I would have to retake the measurements, but the measure target would probably be adjusted, okay, accordingly, depending on where this bottom trend line ends, if the price action breaks this bottom trend line. Now let's take a look into the bullish and bearish case scenarios. Bullish case scenario, price action breaks out of this symmetrical triangle pattern. Go towards symmetric targets, minding the resistance levels I have just pointed out. Bearish case scenario, price action breaks this bottom trend line. It looks like the next level of support up most likely be looking at would be the daily 50 MA, because we only have about 3-4 more hours until the end of today's candle. This could be coming up further to meet the price action. In that case, like I said, I still do think a symmetrical triangle pattern shape will still be intact. The measure target may have to be adjusted, but I still do think a symmetrical triangle pattern shape would be intact if the price action gets support from this daily 50 MA. Now, these are my bullish and bearish case scenarios for today. Let me know if you found it helpful. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Let me know agreements, disagreements, feedback. I'd love to hear them. Hope you match your words carefully, and if you'd like to see any more of my most recently uploaded videos on YouTube, you guys can check out my links up here on YouTube. See you next time.